pretty happy with it. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. Okay guys, so I think I might have a problem. I may have to move this whole stinking thing. What's going on, fish nerds? Carlos here, and today I've got some tank maintenance to take care of. The 55-gallon is in need of a water change and a filter change, and it's in pretty bad need of some pruning and replanting and some things like that too. So I'm going to be taking care of that, and hopefully I'll also have time to take care of the turtle tank as far as getting the sump hooked up, because I'm going to need to drill a hole back here, and that's going to cause the water level to raise up, and I'll actually be running the sump filter. I've just been running the sump on itself just to keep it cycled, but we've been running off this sponge filter, and I've just been gradually raising the water level up for the turtles so they're used to deeper water. So they should be ready now for me to go ahead and drill that and get it running on the sump. So hopefully I can get that done, but first got to take care of the 55, so let's go do that. Okay, so here's what we got going on in the 55. You can see I've got this whole jumble of madness up here. I've got a bunch of dwarf sage that I bought and just haven't planted yet, and it's just been floating up there. But I think it forgot the dwarf part because that stuff's like 8 inches tall. But oh well, I'm gonna get it planted. Probably gonna put it back in here. And you can see just the Rotala is just kind of taking over and all arching out through here and covering the top. I got to get that all trimmed down, plant the trimmings down over here, kind of widen that. This red plant sold to me as rosifolia. I don't know what it is, but I like it. But I'm going to get it trimmed up, get it out of this mess, and actually get it over here where you can actually see it, because it's a really pretty plant. So I'm going to get it over there. The pennywort, I need to do something with it. I think I'm going to kind of try and get it controlled, get it up out of the front and get it back here in the back. Yeah. And what's crazy is this stuff was healthy as all get out up until last week when I brought home the Zebra Otto or Tiger Otto, this guy right here, and I'm pretty sure this dude's been eating this stuff. So I actually was thinking about just pulling this out of the tank entirely, but I mean, if he's eating on it, more power to him, because I mean, I don't care if he eats that. If he was eating like my Crips Up or my Anubias or something, that would bother me, but if he's eating the pennywort, I really don't care, so I'll just leave it in there and he can snack on it. He's really cool looking, isn't he? Check him out. But anyway, and then my Amazon sword, it needs some major pruning. It's got some leaves that need taken off just from aging and dying off or whatever. And then it's also got this huge runner that's got all kinds of new plants on it. That was, you know, sticking up out of the tank, but that drives my wife crazy, so she just shoved it all back down into the tank. She doesn't like it when things start to leave the confinement of the tank. So I got to get all that taken care of, and I'm probably going to get this Java moss out of here. I never intended to have that in here anyway. I just needed a place to throw it, and I just threw it in here, and it's kind of starting to go crazy in here. So I'll probably transfer that out into the garage. Need to get my intake sponge cleaned off. Need to get my filter pad changed out of the canister filter, and I've got my bucket of tank water there to clean the sponge off. And so that's what I've got going on. I'm going to throw you guys in time lapse, and I'm going to get started. Here is our end result. Pretty happy with it. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. Got the penny wort all kind of jumbled up back there in the back. Light's really bright coming off of that, man. But I got all that Java moss out of the corner here. Well, there's still some hanging back out there, but I got the big mess that was kind of blocking the view right there. Got it out. I took the Crenum Natans out of this corner where you couldn't really see it and moved it over here to where you could see it. Hopefully it'll do a little better getting some more light over here. Got my rosifolia trimmed and then moved the trimmings over here. I left the base down there. Hopefully now that'll start to come up a little bit so we can see that. Hopefully, I'd really like to have that pink on this side and on this side. I think that'd look pretty sharp. Crenum calamostratum's doing pretty good. Got the dwarf sag planted in there around the calamostratum. Got the rotala trimmed up and put back in there. I got the snails all stirred up though, man. Goodness. They weren't all out before. At least not like this, but they're out in force now. I did miss a few leaves that needed to be trimmed back in there, but it's no big deal. I can get those next time. Gil's looking good. Mama's looking good. I'm happy enough with it. Yep, happy enough. All right, now on to the turtles. Okay, so what we've got going on in here, I know I mentioned it earlier, but I need to drill back in there, which I actually need to run to Home Depot real quick in order to get the saw, you know what I'm talking about, the bit or whatever to cut through that. I've got a 2 1/8 inch. I need a 2 3/8 inch. So I need to go get that. Look at all these. All of these are sword plants that came off of that one runner that I pulled out of the 55. I just threw them in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them long term yet. And these water lettuce, man, they're already multiplying like crazy, doing awesome in this tank. I'm glad that just these two lights, the UVB bulb and this is a 100-watt, just a regular CFL, but seems to be enough light. They're doing really well, sending off new plants already bigger than they were the other day when I brought them home. So what's up, guys? It's Raph there. Raph's always really happy to see me. Donnie too. I may just let these sword plants float. It looks like Donnie's having a fun time just hanging on to it. I may just leave him floating in here. But alright, I gotta get to Home Depot and I'll be right back. Alright, now I got my bigger hole saw. So I am ready to drill this thing. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get these guys out of here just so it doesn't freak them out, and I'm going to let them be eating. I've already got their bins full of water and got the food in there for them, so I'm just going to scoop them out, put them in their bins, and let them hang out there while I drill. And I'm also going to tape this side so that that'll catch any shavings or anything, so that doesn't fall in the water and then try to eat pieces of stock tank and choke or get impacted or anything like that. So let's get these guys. Hey buddy. There's Donnie. You're laying on your food, bub. Here's Raph. Donnie and Raph seem to be the two most willing to get picked up to be fed. Leo doesn't necessarily avoid me when it's feeding time, but Mikey will hide. He's hanging out back there. The tall plant, you can see him back there. And around this side. Yeah, they're both down in there. Come on, Leo. There you go, buddy. And now Mikey. Here it comes. You gonna cooperate with me? Nope. All right, I'm gonna get this taped up. So I think I might have a problem. I got the hole drilled and everything. It all looks good from this side. But over here, where I'm running the PVC drain off of it, if you look, I think I'm sticking out too far. So what I think I may need to do, and what I may be able to do, I may be able to just trim this bulkhead off, get this in a little bit, and then maybe I'll still have room for my garage door. So I'm worried, because I've got this thing on my garage door here. I'm worried that even the way it is right now, that's gonna hit. So I gotta figure something out. Give me a minute. Okay, so that plan's not gonna work because I took the PVC piece off and the threads only go about that far in. So if I was to cut that much off, there wouldn't be anything to screw in here. So I may have to move this whole stinking thing. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay guys, so I have come to the conclusion that I am going to have to move this thing, which isn't the end of the world. It's just the end of my night because I don't have time to do that right now. I'm gonna have to drain it all down, move it off the blocks, move all the blocks forward, set it back up, fill it back up, and that's a bigger job than I have time for tonight because it's already getting pretty late. So I'm gonna have to sign off for now. I will update you guys once I've got it all done. I may not fit it into a video, but I will show you guys the final product. And if you guys have any suggestions for this stock tank or for the 55 gallon that you just saw, let me know in the comments below. Any plants I should try in the 55 or any rearranging you think I should do, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions and trying stuff that other people think is awesome, and if I haven't thought of it or anything like that and you give me a good suggestion, I'm probably gonna try it. So let me know what you think, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you hadn't yet, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon because I'm putting out new videos every Friday morning. If you haven't noticed yet, they're coming out on a weekly basis now. Every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, the new videos are coming out. So right now I've got to get the turtles back in the tank, so I will let you see that. before I sign off. Here's Donnie. Here's Donnie. I set him on the basking dock when I put him in for no other reason than that I like to watch him dive off of it. What you gonna do, Raph? You just gonna chill? Boop. And Leo. Say hi, Leo. So we'll focus on you. Thought about it. And Mikey. And I know somebody's going to be concerned and point out that you shouldn't have gravel with turtles because they can swallow it and get impacted. This is not gravel. This is crushed coral, which they can eat and actually should eat, which is one of the reasons why I've got it in there for them. It's a calcium source for them, and it raises the pH, which is good for diamondback terrapins. So that's what that's all about. All right, guys. So with that, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you guys so much for all the support, for liking, commenting, subscribing. You guys are the best. You're just awesome. God bless you, fish nerds. I will see you next time. What?